We're rocking and rolling right here. Hottest show on the streets, bringing you all the Crimson Tide news, notes, information, entertainment, that being, in my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith, touchdown. Alabama Magazine, welcome on in. We're bringing you the show as always, Magic City of Birmingham. Streaming it to you on YouTube. Speaking of the channel, you know what time it is. Hit that subscribe button right now. Stop whatever you're doing. Smash subscribe right now. You're addicted to Alabama football and you can't help yourself? Subscribe right here to TDA on the YouTube channel. We got you covered. Also, don't forget to leave a like. Run those likes up. Give us that thumbs up. Leave a like on the show. Make this your show platform channel space to talk your Tide. And we're trying to get this thing out the gate. 50 likes right now. Hit that like button right now. Appreciate you guys. That daily super chat goal, $100. Daily super chat goal, $100 right there. Appreciate all the support, the donations, the love coming from you guys. Turn all those post notifications on. Hit that bell so that way you miss nothing. You get locked in, tuned in to your Alabama football news. And we got a great one today. Got a cool one. We got Crimson Tide players graduating this weekend. You got the Heisman Trophy presentation on Saturday, though Bryce Young is not involved in that. It is what it is. You got the Sugar Bowl coming up, New Year's Eve. You got National Signing Day, early signing period, the 21st. Coach Saban hitting this recruiting trail hard to end this class the way he wants to. A lot going on. But we want to hear from you, the outstanding fans of Bama football. You can do this by calling 205-448-1358. And I'm going to call in. Let your voice be heard. 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. Want to hear from you. But, you know, we get into this right here. I mentioned you got these, you got Bama players getting these national awards. We're at the point of the year where you got the college football award ceremony, award show, and all of these honors being given out, being handed to respectful, prospective players. And despite the Crimson Tide, 2 losses on the season, ended the regular season at 10-2, no conference championship, not in the running for a national championship, but still, you had some players that pulled in some national awards. You still had some players to pull in that big attention. And Will Anderson, despite the fact that he did not have the just immensely productive season he had a year ago, Anderson still took home a lot of honors. This season, Will Anderson, 51 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, 10 sacks, 12 quarterback hurries, a pick 6. Will Anderson did get 3 major defensive individual awards. He's the reigning Bronco Nagurski Award winner, nation's top defensive player, won it in back-to-back years. Anderson, the Chuck Bednarik Player of the Year, got that one. Another top defensive award. Will Anderson, the Rotary Lombardi Award, another defensive player honor, which is named after Vince Lombardi. It exemplifies character, toughness, performance, excellence on and off the field. Goes to the best offensive or defensive lineman. Anderson taking that one as well. Anderson also 2-time SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Not only by the Associated Press, but by the league's coaches in this conference. Will Anderson also a first-team All-American, according to the Walter Camp Football Foundation and the Football Writers Association of America. Now, there are 5 major selectors out there. Those 5 major selectors, we're talking about the Walter Camp Foundation, Football Writers Association, Sporting News, the Associated Press, and the American Football Coaches Association, the AFCA. Those are your 5 major selectors when you talk All-American honors. If all 5 selectors choose you as a first-team guy, you become a unanimous All-American. If 3 of the 5 take you as a first-team guy, then you are a consensus All-American. So Will Anderson, 1 selector away from being a consensus All-American. He's got the Football Writers Association, and he's got Walter Camp. He's 1 more away from consensus All-American. He's 3 more away from being a 2-time unanimous first-team All-American. So even though Will did not have the gaudy statistical numbers he had a season ago, he took home awards. Anderson, right now, 2nd all-time in school history for career sacks, 34.5, right behind the incomparable Derek Thomas, who ended his career with 52. Will Anderson, 62 career tackles for loss. So, what a career for Will Anderson. What a career for him. But Bryce Young finished the Heisman Memorial Trophy voting at number 6. Didn't finish in the top 5. Finished at number 6. I've already given my thoughts on how the guys that were chosen as Heisman finalists, a couple of them, really? You put these over Bryce Young? Really? But I can understand it. Why? Alabama did not win the SEC championship. Alabama not in the college football playoff. So quite naturally, when you don't have those 2 facets working in your favor, the national media is going to kind of just sweep you underneath the rug. But even though Bryce finished 6th in the Heisman voting, and Will Anderson took 3 major defensive awards, we're still left with this question. Do both play in the Sugar Bowl? Do both kind of end their careers playing in the Sugar Bowl? I wonder, has Coach Saban gotten the chance to talk to either one of them? I mean, I know both of these guys, first-round picks, top 5 guys, top 3 guys. Either one could be the number 1 overall pick. But I reflect back on something 2 former Tide players, Bo Scarborough and Richard Mullaney, said on Tuesday via the Bama Standard. It's playing for your brothers. It's having that leadership. It's giving yourself and the fans that one final chance to see you in crimson and white. It's showing the respect to the university. I mean, Bo and Richard Mullaney were laying it on thick. You talk about that topic right there. So even with both guys knowing they have a pro career coming up in April of next year, do they still choose to take the field at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans for the Sugar Bowl? Gonna be something right there. Both guys have been unlocked to the program. Both have been unlocked to the university. Gotta be appreciative of what Will Anderson and Bryce Young have both done. They both also graduated today. Will got his degree today. Bryce got his today. Both did it in 3 years. Coach Saban made it a point of emphasis to get a picture of those 2, just those 2, with him. He took a picture of everybody that graduated, with everybody. But these 2 young men here are 2 men that have greatly changed his life as much as affected the program. So big kudos to Bryce and Will. We'll see if they both end up playing here in the Sugar Bowl. And if they do play, in particular if Bryce plays, he's got a chance at some history if he plays. He's already number 2 all-time for career passing yards behind A.J. McCarron. McCarron, 9,019. Bryce Young, 8,035. But Bryce Young is 3 touchdown passes away from surpassing McCarron for 2nd all-time in that category in school history. McCarron, 77 touchdown passes right now for his career. Bryce Young, 75 touchdown passes. Both trailed Tua Tagovailoa, who's 1st all-time with 87 scoring tosses. Bryce Young plays in the Sugar Bowl, he would only need 3 scoring touchdowns, 3 scoring tosses to surpass A.J. McCarron for second all-time. Something there for Bryce Young to chew on. Think about right there. We'll see what happens. We're going to go to our first break here on the show, folks, on a free-for-all Friday. Don't touch that dial because when we return, you know what time it is. We take your phone calls, your thoughts, your chats, your discussions. Get to a conversation with you, the Bama Nation, right after this.
Nine players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they've put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
All right. We're back into the action, folks. From the break here, hottest show on the streets, talking Bama. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Free for all Friday, right here in Birmingham. Appreciate everybody hitting that like button, raising those likes up. Give us a thumbs up on the show. Trying to get this thing 50 likes right now. Thank you for your support there. Daily Super Chat goal, $100. $100 right there. Daily Super Chat goal. Appreciate the support from you. Phone lines open, 205-448-1358. I'm going to call in. Call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. One more time, 205-448-1358. Want to hear that from you. And like I said, Iga, it's going to be fun, man, to see, do Bryce and Will play in the Sugar Bowl? I don't think they will, honestly. I just don't see it. It could happen, but, these two have given everything they can. This program, they have the degree. These two will both be top 3, top 5 picks. I've been saying at this point, don't let this be for Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson. Battle it out. Beginning of that to see who's going to be the starter at quarterback for next year. But if Will and Bryce do play, it will just show the utmost competitiveness, the utmost pride to want to play with your brothers, and just to give the fans, one more image of you in that Alabama jersey before you go to the NFL. Not saying that Bama fans would not watch Bryce and Will in the NFL. Of course they're going to watch Bryce and Will play pro ball. Of course. No matter what team picks them. But still, seeing them one final time in that Alabama uniform will mean a lot there for Crimson Tide Nation across the landscape. We're going to go to a cool topic here as people are getting ready to call in. I mentioned this before. Will Anderson, y'all. Every major defensive lineman award, I think he got all except for the Ted Hendricks Trophy. That's it. Got the Benton Derrick, got the Nagurski, got the Rotary Lombardi. Those are the main 3. He still could end up getting the Lot Impact Trophy too. That one hasn't been announced yet. If it has, people let me know. I probably didn't see it. But I don't think the Running Lot Impact Trophy has been announced yet. And Anderson was a finalist for that one too. So he's got the Nagurski, He's got the Derrick. He's got the Rotary Lombardi. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year for the SEC. 2-time first-team All-American from the FWAA and from Walter Camp. I mean, Will's doing his thing. And once again, this comes in a season where did not have just the jaw-dropping numbers from last year. Some of that probably due to not having Sal Sunseri as an on-field coach. Some of that due to Anderson catching double and triple teams all season, so he couldn't get free the way he would have liked to. That's a point made right there. But even with that, I mean, for you to still have the hardware that you got, big deal there. Especially when you look at NFL draft coming up in April, several teams in need of pass rushers because they got to take these quarterbacks down. Anderson could very well be the number 1 overall pick in it. And you know what, Eli? That's the one thing Saban's trying to get on his coaching list. He's got national championships, got conference titles, got top-ranked recruiting classes. He's got players in the NFL. But Saban at Alabama has yet to produce the number 1 overall pick in a prospective draft class. Either Bryce Young will get that for him, or Will Anderson. Either one. We're going to go to our next break here, folks. Don't touch that down. When we get back, we're going to get into this conversation on which quarterback between Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson is better suited to get Alabama to a national championship next season, but starting off with the Sugar Bowl. We'll talk Simpson and Milroe right after that.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full-year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
All right, folks, what's going on here on a Friday TGIF edition of the show, number 1 forum for Crimson Tide football news in my own words. Yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA, got the man Eli Walker in the production studio. Continue hitting that thumbs up. Press that like on the show. Raise those like levels up. Appreciate the support from you guys. Thank you for all the donations. All donations welcome and appreciated. That daily super chat go $100 right there. But, there's just been so much conversation so far when you look at the transfer portal and you see fans asking the question they're asking because it's been put out there in the media a couple of times. Does Alabama go to the transfer portal to pursue a quarterback? A lot of quarterbacks in the portal. Personally, I just don't see it. It could happen. I'm not putting anything past Coach Saban. It very well could happen. If he feels like our need for a quarterback or the quarterback that can get us back to the national championship and win it is in the portal, then I can see Saban pursuing the portal. But if it was just me here, I look at you got 2 guys that you recruited into your program. They both came as freshmen. One has 2 years of experience now. One has a whole year of experience now. And that's Jalen Milroe, the sophomore, the second-year player, and Ty Simpson, the freshman. And the question becomes, which one of these 2 better suited, better fit to take this team next season and win a national championship? Which one's better suited? When I look at Milroe, just an incredible athlete. I mean, the guy's got the speed, he's got the legs, he's got the athleticism, he's got the burst, he's got the explosive running ability. Got arm strength. Got the ability and the potential to be a good passer. Now, am I saying he has to be elite? No. Good enough. Good enough to make defenses account for you. As long as he's good enough, accurate enough, ball placement enough, timing enough, Milroe will frustrate defensive coordinators down. He could be good enough as a distributor of football. I go back to Jalen Hurts. Look at what he's doing in the NFL right now, coming out of college. Jalen's not elite throwing the football, but Hurts has grown to where he's good enough, accurate-wise. He's good enough, ball placement and timing-wise, that he's stressing defenses out because now not only do they have to account for the dangerous legs of Hurts, now he's got the arm. And not only the arm, now he's got the weapons to get the ball to Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Quez Watkins, Dallas Goedert. The tools are there. When I look at Jalen Milroe, Bama's got the tools at receiver. Kobe Prentice, Isaiah Bond, Kendrick Law, Chaz Preston, Ja'Cory Brooks. We got word that Jermaine Burton coming back. We got Malik Benson, who will come in this class, coming in here right here. You got guys. Got dudes. Amari in the black, tight end. Hey, throw him in there. So, the talent is there for Milroe to throw to. It's just for him getting all the way strong, all the way accurate, and his all the way confident passing abilities. Can do that. He's something to watch out for. But then Ty Simpson, I mean, this guy right here, mobile, athletic, very strong arm, accurate, work with QB country, can put the ball all over the field. 41 touchdowns, just 3 picks his final year of high school. Westview High School in Barton, Tennessee. He can play as a former 5-star. He's got a lot of upside to him. The former top-rated recruit at the quarterback position. And I did a poll, Eli, on Twitter. I don't do many polls. I did a poll on Twitter. Getting the pulse of the Alabama fan base, getting the pulse of the fans. And the question to the fans was, which guy wins this job between between Milroe and Simpson? Who of these two wins this job between Milroe and Simpson? And over 80% of the fan base, over 80% went Simpson. Got me thinking, they ready. They ready for Ty Simpson. Like, Jalen Milroe's not out of it. Of course not. He's not out of it. He's going to take this whole offseason to make sure his arm's ready. Accuracy, timing, placement's all there. But it's just interesting how, in this poll, Eli, over 80% of the Bama Nation ready to see what does Ty Simpson look like as a starting quarterback for the University of Alabama. This is going to be a fun spring. Fun spring, but most importantly, a fun 2023 football season next year. But folks, we're going to go to another break here on the show. Don't touch that dial. When we get back, we're going to grab more of your calls, take more of your thoughts, get your questions in here, your concerns. Who do you think better suited for next year between Milroe and Simpson. Bring those phones. We want to hear from you after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month or pay $74.95 for a full-year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
All right, people, let's go. We're back into the action from the break. Hottest show on the streets here on a Friday, giving you your Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith. Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Continue hitting that like button. Give us that thumbs up on the show. Run those likes up. Thanks to all of the support from you guys. Also, daily Super Chat Go, $100. Daily Super Chat going, $100 right there. All donations welcomed and appreciated. We value you guys. Right now, we're going to go to the phone lines to grab your calls. The call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang. 205-448-1358. Number to call in. 205-448-1358. The number right there. You're live on the show. What's going on? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Roll Tide, Stephen. You may not be wailing in here.
Yes, you did, William. Yes, you did, man.
All right, Lynn. How's it going?
You know, my man, I'm doing good. Doing good. We got some guys for Bama that graduating this weekend, including Bryce and Will. It's always great when you can get your degree, knowing that football not going to last forever. So when you're able to get that education, definitely something you can always fall back on. So happy for Bryce and Will and the other 11 young men that got the degree from the football program, 13 graduates from the University of Alabama football team. So that is awesome right there. And good to get ourselves prepared here for the Sugar Bowl. Bama's got about 6 guys headed to the Senior Bowl to increase their draft value. Good times right now.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, he's talking about Ty Simpson. I'm one of those that kind of like to see him out there. And, I like a dual threat, one that can run, one that can throw, and, I like I say, I wish Paul Tyson. I understand he's in the portal too now again. So I like to see him come back if he hadn't burned his bridges here, because I remember you mentioning that he had a rocket arm, on him. So I'd be interested in seeing him.
It'll be interesting to see how things shake up here, William, and that's why, to me, with the quarterbacks you already got here on the roster with Simpson and Milroe, and then you're going to have 2 freshmen coming in. Now will both Dylan Larnigan and Eli Holstein enroll early for spring practice? We'll see. I can see at least one of those 2 enrolling early. So let's say one comes in early. You already got 3 quarterbacks right there. I would like to see the battle between Simpson and Milroe. As intriguing as it may be to pursue the portal and find, who can Alabama get out of the portal that's veteran leadership, that's got big experience, that can give this program a shot to get back to the national championship, the college football playoff, and win it. As intriguing as that may be, you brought in Simpson and Milroe for a reason. You recruited both of these 2 for a reason. You're developing both of these 2 young men for a reason, and that's an opportunity to be the starting quarterback. That's what they came here for. They didn't come here to just see somebody from the transfer portal come in and be put over them. So that's why I would like to see those 2 young men kind of have a chance to, fight this thing out and see which one comes out with it. But, as always, we will see how Saban goes about playing the card here.
Yeah, you never know. I like to I like to see one of them get it. Definitely they've been here. They've done their time, put their time in. So, yes, I agree with you. All righty, roll tide, Steven.
Absolutely. Appreciate my man William from Iowa calling in right there. I got to appreciate James Knox one time with that $4.99 in the super chat. Sound the alarm there, Eli. James Knox dropping that $4.99 in. Appreciate all you guys. Those daily super chat goals there. All donations welcome and appreciate it from you. 205-448-1358. The number to call in. Get your thoughts on. 205-448-1358. Want to hear from you. Cool call topic. Alabama, 3 freshmen at the All-SEC freshman team. Harrion Arnold, Tyler Booker, and Big Jaheim Otis all made the All-SEC freshman team. Otis was impactful. Booker was very impactful. Harrion Arnold started the first 6 games of the season before Eli Ricks showed up and started to show out there. But all 3, Booker, Arnold, Otis, all SEC freshman team. I'm still having a hard time understanding, how did Bryce Young and Brian Branch both get left off the all SEC team? I still don't get that. I really don't. Like, how? Like, SEC in Birmingham, call me. Greg Sankey, pick up the phone, but call me. There's an explanation needed for that. Bryce Young not on the All-SEC team. Neither was Brian Branch. There's an explanation. I need to have a conversation with both of the SEC. Several of them. We're gonna take this call right here. You're live on the show. What's going on? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Tyler, Alabama. Sherman Twyman.
What's going on, man?
Hey, I want to talk about a little basketball right quick.
Okay.
Okay, all the NBA players like Steph Curry, LeBron, and KD now. But why they never talk about Robert Ory, so how many rings he got?
I'm going to say this. I don't understand why people don't talk enough about Big Shot Rock right there. I mean, not only what Robert Ory did for Alabama, which was tremendous, but I'm a diehard Lakers fan. I'm kind of ashamed to say it right now because of the turmoil that we're in, but I'm a diehard Lakers fan. And every moment where I felt like I was about to have a heart attack in the NBA playoffs, Robert Ory saved me every time. Big shot after big shot after big shot. And in the most critical of moments where I'm like, Shaq, Kobe, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, somebody, Robert Ory, thank God.
But I just want to, get that comment because it's just like they just swept them under the rug.
It feels that way, Sherman, and I don't understand. I don't understand why. I don't get that. I mean, is it?
He got over. I ain't cutting you short. I think he got over 50 rings with different teams.
He got at least 10, man. At least.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't understand why Robert Ory is not brought up more in these conversations. I don't get it.
Okay, I got one more question. I'll be through.
Go ahead.
I'm a Roll Tide fan anyway. But I seen on a message board that Trent Richards said he wished Bryce Young would come back.
He thinks Bryce Young will come back to Alabama?
That was Trent Richards had said he wished he'd come back.
Now that, Sherman, that would be interesting. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Bryce, but to me, it's hard when, and I understand people will say Steven, Bryce has not won a national championship as a starting quarterback. That's the one thing he's missing. He's missing that ring as a starter. He's got a natty ring, but he got one as the backup behind Mac Jones. He doesn't have one with him being the guy. And I know as tempting as it would be for him to come back and have a shot to get that, it's just, he could be the number 1 overall pick. It's hard to turn down money like that. And I'm not saying that Bryce Young is pressed for cash. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, given the circumstance, and you look at it being the number 1 overall pick, it's hard, man. He could come back, and it'd be awesome if he did, but that's hard turning down number 1 overall pick money.
But I think one more, I think that transfer portal, it's done blowed up a whole lot of stuff though, for real.
I mean, it has, and I know.
But I think we need to just keep what we got, Milroe and Simpson.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
We need to get a offensive coordinator that can handle them.
And that's the big thing,
but
Sherman.
It won't never be another Sarkis and Lane Kiffin. But I wish we can get the one from TCU.
Well, love Garrett Riley. I would like Garrett Riley. That would be a good.
Probably, but I think I'd rather shoot for him because he's young and the quarterback young, so that'd be a good kind of chemistry.
Could work. Appreciate Sherman right there for the call. My man calling out of Alabama, giving his thoughts on the show. I would like Garrett Riley. I would. But it depends on how does he finish in the playoff with TCU in there. If by some way TCU wins the national title, I'm not saying they will, but if by some way they do, Garrett Riley is going to be offered a head coaching job. Now, if they don't, and if I'm Coach Saban, I'd make a call there to see if you could sway him to Tuscaloosa. Garrett Riley, I would like him in crimson and white. I could really get used to that. But we're going to grab this call. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
My name's Paxton, and I live in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
What's going on, man?
What's up? So, I'm a Alabama fan, and I'm a Lakers fan also. So, I was just wondering what you think about the Lakers, how they're doing right now.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, with the way that this season has been going, I have not caught much of the Lakers this season. I have not. I mean, ever since the Lakers brought in Russell Westbrook, and no offense to Westbrook, it just made me stop watching.
I was really.
I mean, that's what they're calling him right now. They're calling him Westbrook right now. We appreciate Paxton calling out of Iowa. We're going to take this call here. You're live on the show. Well, I thought we had a call right there. Thank you, Eli. I thought we had a call right there. Eli said, no, there's no call right there. But continue. Get your thoughts in, 205-448-1358, 205-448-1358. Going back to a thought there from Sherman. I mean, you had creativity with Kiffin and Sarkisian. You were creative. It was fun. It was exciting. It was innovative. Bill O'Brien, even though you were putting points on the scoreboard with Bill O'Brien, even though you averaged 40 points per game in both seasons, last year and this year with O'Brien, it just didn't seem right. Didn't feel right, you know? Didn't feel right. I mean, with Sarkisian and Kiffin, it was like you would blink and it was 50-0 off a blink. You didn't have that same essence, if you will, with Bill O'Brien. With Steve Sarkisian and Kiffin, it was the offense was made easier for the quarterbacks. With Bill O'Brien, it was Bryce, save us, please. Won't know what to do. We going down. Bryce, where you at? And Bryce has to literally put on like a cape, put on a whole magic act every time. Every time. And even in the two games that Bama lost, Tennessee and LSU, Bryce did everything he could to pull the magic out of those two games. He really did. I mean, I go back to the play against LSU, Eli, where he eludes, 3 sacks and throws it on a rope to Ja'Cory Brooks. I mean, what incredible giftedness was that? What a play. That's what Bryce did. And sometimes I just think about, if he would have had a Kiffin, if Bryce would have had a Sarkisian, this would be a back-to-back national championship starting quarterback. This would be a back-to-back Heisman winner. Bryce would have obliterated the record books if he had a Sarkisian and a Kiffin. He's second all time with Bill O'Brien as the OC for record books. So just imagine if he had a Sarkisian or a Kiffin, there wouldn't even be a record book. Would there be? Nah, probably wouldn't be. We're going to go to our final break here, folks, on the show. When we get back, we'll tidy up some loose ends with the Crimson Tide and the Senior Bowl. Bama's got 6 guys heading to Mobile, looking to increase their draft value. We'll talk about it after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full-year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide. Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, folks, we're locked and loaded back into the action from the break. Hottest show in the streets, talking Bama football. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Appreciate you guys helping us out. All the likes, can hit that thumbs up, like the show, make this your network platform, channel space to talk Bama football. Thanks to all those donations. Daily Super Chat go $100. Daily Super Chat go $100 right there. Final thought conversation here, Eli, and it goes to the Reese's Senior Bowl down there in Mobile. Jim Nagy, executive director for the Senior Bowl, and his staff, they do a phenomenal job transitioning collegiate athletes to the professional level. And NFL scouts galore will be at Whitney Hancock Stadium February 4th next year for the Senior Bowl. I may need to make me a trip down there to Mobile. I may end up going. I don't know yet, but I may end up going to the Senior Bowl. Bama's got 6 names that will be down there. 6 players that have accepted their invitation to compete in the exhibition. Those 6 names are as follows. You got Emil Ekiyor Jr. on the offensive line, Tyler Steen on the offensive line, Byron Young on the defensive line, DJ Dale on the defensive line, Cameron Latu at tight end, DeMarco Hellams safety. 6 names right there that have accepted their invitation to the Senior Bowl. Others are coming, but those are the 6 that have accepted as of right now. Starting this off here with Emil Ekiyor and Tyler Steen, both have a chance to improve on pass protection while they're in Mobile during the week of Senior Bowl practice. They're going to be going up against some of the best edge rushers in the country and preparing for the pro level. Steen, Ekiyor, got to get better in pass pro. Steen gave up 4.5 sacks this season. 4.5 sacks. He gave up 10 quarterback pressures. Got to get better in keeping these edge rushers away from the quarterback. Emil Ekiyor has tendencies where he can get taken off his feet. He was better this season. Way better this season. A lot better. Both of these two, pass pro, got to improve that if they're trying to elevate that draft stock heading into next April. When I look at Byron Young, a huge Senior Bowl could mean for him a late first-round pick. He's a fringe first-rounder. Ever since he's been at Alabama, he's been productive. Had his best game against Ole Miss this regular season. 11 tackles, including 2 sacks. He went beast mode in that game. If he puts on a show in Mobile, Byron Young could be a late first-rounder. At worst, early second, but late first-rounder. Big shot here for Byron Young. DJ Dale, for him, he battled through some injuries in his career. He's had some moments where he's flashed potential. Definitely not the most dominant nose tackle that Saban's had, but a guy that, when healthy, he can be serviceable. Can he go down to Mobile and turn some heads? Can he go down to Mobile and raise some eyebrows? Can he go down there and have a strong showing for pro scouts? The Birmingham native has a shot to do that. We flip this over to tight end where we look at Cameron Latu. What a journey for him. He entered as an outside linebacker in 2018. Flipped to tight end in the summer of 2020. And in 2 years as a tight end, 11 touchdown catches. 11. Had 8 last year to get the single season school mark for tight ends. Got 3 touchdown catches this year. 11 for Cameron Latu. Transformed his body at 6'5", 250 pounds to be a complete tight end. He could be among the first guys at his position taken. He goes down to Mobile, dominates the Sugar Bowl. That's like the Sugar Bowl, Senior Bowl. Last but not least, to DeMarco Hellams. And for Marco, can he show pro scouts he can do it all as a safety? That's the big question. We know he can hit. Boy, can he hit. He can hit, he can tackle. We know that. Coverage ability, that's where I want to see. Can he show scouts he can do that? Got toasted quite a bit this season. Got burned on plays a lot this season. Can DeMarco go down to the Senior Bowl and show he can cover? Or, once he gets down there, Eli, do the coaches at the Senior Bowl try to make DeMarco a hybrid linebacker? That may be in the works. Because he needs to play closer to the box anyway to help in run support. That's something to keep your eye on. When he's in the week of Senior Bowl prep, do they have DeMarco Hellams playing close to the box as a hybrid linebacker? Those are your 6 names. Ekiyor, Steen, Young, Dale, Latu, Hellams, accepting invitations to the Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile. Folks, as always, you want the best in news, notes, information, entertainment, coverage on your Bama football program. You can do this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app. You download the app on the iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple. Google Play Store if you got the Android phone. For your audio needs, check us out. iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. Got you covered right there. As always, absolutely got you covered right there. Folks, you can always do this. You can get individual copies of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link found in the description. If you're trying to get the fresh edition, print edition of TDA the magazine, here's what you do. You go to touchdownalabama.com, you click join, become a member or a subscriber today. That link found in the description as well. Gotta shout out you guys, the Bama fans, all the calls, super chats, conversations, donations, making this your show. Network, platform, channel, space to talk Bama. Appreciate my man Eli Walker in the production studio. Handling business behind the scenes there. As always, folks, husbands, love your wives. Wives, appreciate, value those husbands. Children, you guys continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing to not be bored. Enjoy that weekend. Get yourself those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Until next time, folks, I'm your man, Stephen M. Smith, and you've been listening in my own words.